Taylor here again, and today I want to talk about ejaculation control versus ejaculatory choice. And I think this is a really important distinction to make between these two things. It's not just semantics, but it's also about what our beliefs are about what's possible in sex, and our beliefs actually frame our experience. So, to start off with talking about ejaculation control, it's important, right? It's important to control when we ejaculate so we don't suffer from premature ejaculation, and so we can actually ride those wild, awesome levels of intense sexual pleasure and connection in the sexual experience. Two problems come in with this ejaculation control thing, though. One of them is it puts it into a box of something that needs to be controlled. And the result of this is that a huge problem that a lot of guys have is that they'll focus so much on the techniques to avoid ejaculation that they won't actually be present in the sexual experience. And the second major problem with the ejaculation control thing is that inherent in the idea of ejaculation control is still this belief and understanding that the goal of sex is eventually to get to ejaculation. It's eventually to get to that point of ejaculatory orgasm. And if we move over here to ejaculatory choice, this concept is representative of a certain state of being. It's a state of equanimity. It's a state of balance. It's a state of being able to experience heightened levels of pleasure in the body without having to work as hard to not ejaculate, because you've released a lot of stuff and you've opened your system to be able to ride these waves of pleasure. And from this point, you can make the conscious decision whether or not you're going to ejaculate in a sexual experience. And this is huge. It's so monumental. To get out of the paradigm of always going towards ejaculation in sex, to get to this other possibility where you feel so integrated and so open in your system that you don't need to ejaculate every time you have sex. That is a game changer. It's a huge game changer. And getting to this point is what allows those doors to open to the non-ejaculatory orgasmic experiences that you've probably heard about in the book, The Multi-Orgasmic Man, and some of the stuff that I've shared, Getting to this point first of ejaculatory choice is the first step. And, I have a free ejaculation control guide on my website. I'll link to it below. So I believe in the value of ejaculation control too. And it's one step in the process. And once you figure out some tools and techniques to not suffer from premature ejaculation anymore, then you can make the step into ejaculatory choice. Let's get out of the paradigm of thinking that we have to ejaculate every time we have sex and get into this paradigm of the possibility of more pleasure, non-ejaculatory orgasms. This over here is the realm that Taoist sexuality and yogic and tantric sexuality talks about. It's once you let go of the idea that you have to ejaculate every time you have sex, all kinds of other doors will open up that you never even knew existed before. And I will say, if you had told me this 10 years ago, I would have been like, fuck you. No way. But because of the experiences that I've had and all the guys I've taught this stuff, I know that it works and it feels really fucking good. And I have a course all about this, the Orgasmic Mastery course. Enrollment is actually open now. They'll put a little card on screen about this. It's an 8-week journey for men to really go from suffering from premature ejaculation to getting to ejaculatory choice, and then to getting to that state where you can actually experience non-ejaculatory orgasms. And it works. It's an awesome journey, and I would love to share it with you. Check out the link below. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for considering this. And I will see you next time. Peace.